Peace world, I am back. It's your brother Mikey Fever, the 8 o'clock show. It's gonna be a great show. We got the new Black Panther Party, RAS, JELANI, Adagum Simba on our platform. Welcome, brother. How you doing?
Black power, black power.
Black power, black power. You hear that, people? So he's gonna break down his history, how he got involved with the movement. You get to learn more about the brother and what he represents. We're gonna start it off. So tell me, brother, where you from, man? How's
Well,
your
I'm
back?
from Norfolk, Virginia.
Mm-hmm. Norfolk, Virginia.
Yes.
Born and raised.
Uh, Born and raised Norfolk, Virginia.
That's what's up, man. So tell me upbringing. How did you grow up like in a religious family and all that? How was your upbringing?
Definitely. My mom was Rastafarian, so I grew up Rastafarian.
Big up.
Uh, it was kind of too close to Christianity for me, so I kind of moved on to some schools of Islam.
Oh, all right, got you.
Uh, More Science Temple, Nation of Islam,
Mm-hmm.
Nation of Gods and Earth.
Okay. So you.
Uh, and I was in the Ansar Allah community when I actually met Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad.
Oh, that's what's up. Peace, 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 sister. How you doing? Peace. Saka Fett, my sister. Shout out to her, man, doing her thing. Beautiful black queen right there. So that's what's up. So you say Rastafarianism was close to Christianity for you? It's a little too close because I kind of see it aesthetically as more power to the people, Haile Selassie, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about the Bible part and the Bible stories. I kind of grew out of that into learning where the Bible came from and different types of stuff like that as well.
So as you was mentioning, your family's from Jamaica.
Yes.
That's what's up, right? That's what's up. Shout out to my Jamaican people, man. Big up, master. So you say you started, you veered from that and got caught. You got into Islam. So you started studying with the Nation of Islam out there in Virginia.
Yeah, became a member of the Nation of Islam. Uh, Worked with them for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Moved on to different schools like Nation of Gods and Earth, more Science Temple. Ended up in the Ansar Allah community under Imam Isa Al Hadi Al Mahdi.
Oh, word. You,
Yeah,
you was out there. So you made your way down to Brooklyn to study and all that too.
yeah. We made my way up to upstate New York, uh, Jazia Abbott, and then Brooklyn, and down to Edenton, Georgia as well.
All right, that's interesting. We talk about that some other time, definitely, bro. So with all your through your journey with experiencing all these school of thoughts, what made you settle on becoming a member of the Black Panther Party?
Well, like I said, I was in the Ansar Allah community. I met Dr. Khalid Muhammad in 1997. I was actually out there peddling, selling oils and incense, and he walked up and we had a conversation. I had already did my research to who he was
Mm-hmm.
and his speeches and all that. So when he walked up, it was like a shock and a blessing at the same time.
Or that's what's the information that he started pouring into you, or just blew you up. You already had some information from the different school of thought you have, visited and studied with, but I guess as you said, his presence what captivated you more to learn more about the movement to get involved.
Yes, definitely. He's the reason why I'm a member of the New Black Panther Party. So my loyalty is definitely to Khalid Muhammad, even though I served under at least four different chairmen in the New Black Panther Party.
All right, got you. So how was the climate like after joining the Black Panther Party? How was the climate like in Norfolk, VA? Like, what's the demographic out there amongst Caucasians and African Americans?
Well, here in the Tidewater area, is is most of us, mostly black people. But once you step outside the Tidewater area in Virginia, it's more Caucasians than black people in Virginia.
Did you come across like any I was like, when joining was it the new Black Panther Party you joined?
You breaking up a little bit.
Was it the new Black Panther Party you joined in the college? That was the movement?
Yes, the new Black Panther Party for self-defense.
All right. So how was this like, when joining, what does like the enrolling entails? Like what kind of do you go through a process of reading books, physical?
Well, we have a manual. We have a 10-point platform,
Mm-hmm.
uh, 9 local objectives, 5 duties of a Panther, 12 general orders. So all that's within the manual of the new Black Panther Party. Uh, in the manual, we're not a religious organization.
Mm-hmm.
Say this: if we was, then the manual will be our Bible, and so the manual is what we go by, is what we study. We study all the contents within the manual of the new Black Panther Party. I have the original, one of the original manuals. Uh, uh, it's thick with a whole lot of pages. Now the manual has been revised and stuff like that over the years,
Mm-hmm.
but I still have the original and mostly go by the original manual, the one that we would had under Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad.
Okay, all right. And this had to be memorized? Like, do they test you on it? Like, do like a question and answer, a recall, in order to be a full member?
Well, there are certain things that you're supposed to study to get certain patches within the new Black Panther Party. Uh,
Mm,
your 12 general orders and your 10-point platform you're supposed to study. Of course, they test and see if people can recall. And then we have political education classes where we actually go into the contents of the 10-point program and 5 duties of a Panther and 12 general orders and stuff like that as well.
got you. Okay, so you did the study and you enroll. You did the study. Do they hold like weekly classes and stuff like that for you guys?
Well, every chapter is supposed to have weekly meetings according to the manual. Here in Norfolk, we have bi-weekly, bi-monthly meetings because we're active in other things as well, like clothing drives, food drives, uh,
Okay.
security, uh, different programs that we got going on.
All right, got you. So, all right, okay, that's cool. So, with that, like, how many members were involved in your how many members were in your chapter?
I'm like Khalid on that one. I was not told never to give out numbers.
Okay, I got that. I respect that. I got that. I got that. But you guys were deep. All right. So, being that you're in Norfolk, Virginia, and I know that state could get very hostile
Yeah,
with
definitely.
with
Uh,
many people. Were there any conflicts you guys ever came across out there?
yeah, well, there are a lot of different conflicts. Mostly, mostly among, you know, sad to say, but mostly among our own people. Uh,
Really?
yeah, really not. Uh, you know, just not wanting to be informed and add on. And I think a lot of them are scared uh, of adding on to the new Black Panther Party and other Black nationalist groups. It's not like any other city. Like when you go outside of Norfolk, like if you go to New York or Jersey or somewhere, it's a lot more cultural than Norfolk, Virginia.
Oh, I got you. So, why was that? Why were you getting a lot of resistance from our own people? What created that? Was it misinformation, COINTELPRO, or they just felt the approach was too much for them out there at the time?
Well, a lot of people feel like the new Black Panther Party itself, not just Norfolk, Virginia, but a lot of people feel like is a bit hard and harsh. I mean, that's according to the way that the media and stuff like that makes all Panthers, not just the new Black Panther Party. The media makes all Panthers appear bad when we're doing community programs and stuff to help our people. All they want to show is the Panthers with the guns, which is nothing wrong with being a Panther and having a gun. Let me say that, but they show a different side to the public, and the public. Some of the public knows better because they participate in the programs like the clothing drives and food drives and cultural events that we have, and we invite lecturers in and stuff like that as well.
You guys have breakfast programs as well, right? Like the original Panthers had.
Well, we don't have ours up and running right now. We have had it in the past. We're looking forward to getting that back up and running. Like we said, we need more participation from the people in order to keep multiple programs going at once.
Got you. I got you. I respect that. All right. So you said you got a lot of resistance from the people in the community. How was it dealing with the white population out there? No real static with them or police. When they seen you guys out there in public, say for instance, you guys were carrying guns or not carrying guns or just congregating within a certain area. Did they ever harass you guys?
Not on my watch. We get respect from everybody. Mostly the time when we deal with law enforcement, I'm the front man, so I gotta, as a general, I gotta make sure, that my soldiers are all right and that everything is being done according to the law and stuff like that as well.
Oh, so you guys study civics as well?
Yes.
Organization. Oh, that's what's up, man. A lot of civics and stuff, case studies and everything else, knowing the law and did you guys ever provide classes of like economics for the people?
Yes. At one time we did have economic classes. We have cultural classes all the time. Self-defense classes, mixed martial arts training and stuff like that. And food programs, stuff like that.
All right. That's what's up. So, okay. So you had the food programs, you had cultural events for people in the community. There was some resistance from some blacks from the area. How was it like working with Dr. Khaled? If you could break that down, like once you got to know him.
Working with Dr. Khaled was amazing. Let me say I worked with him a lot, but not as much as some other people. I did work with him a lot when I worked with him, going on maneuvers with him, actually, talking to him a lot and getting to see how he was training soldiers and stuff like that as well. His morals were definitely in check, and the new Black Panther Party was under his leadership, more morally in check. Now, after he passed away, a lot of stuff happened. A lot of people lost their morals and started doing different crazy stuff. But under the new leadership of the National Central Committee, we have revamped, rebirthed the new Black Panther Party and got rid of a lot of the bull crap and the people that were basically doing COINTELPRO type
Oh
stuff.
wow, that's
Not saying they were agents, just some of them are too dumb to be called agents. So let's clarify that.
so okay. So you guys still face the tactics of COINTELPRO. So how can one determine that one's an agent? Like, what do you guys look out for to determine that an individual is an agent within the organization,
Well,
within the movement?
we do background checks. Everybody come in has to have a background check. The background checks are done by national and local as well.
Mm,
But really, the burden is on national to do the background check. So, uh, there are certain things that,
no, you can't say on here, but yeah,
yeah, certain things I can't say. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Now I respect that, because that's something that's kind of like salute to the Panthers and rest in peace to Khaled. For those who put themselves on the front line to defend the people and fight for the people's honor and their integrity and their rights. But I know it's chaotic to deal with, COINTELPRO in place where you don't know who's coming through the front door because not all kinfolk are not all skinfolk are kinfolk. You know what I'm saying? As they put it. But you mentioned that when Khaled was alive, he enforced like strict moral policy and code of ethics amongst the movement. So you said after he passed, some people fell off, and was there like a kind of struggle for power within there, like a power vacuum? People was trying to take over.
Yeah, definitely a power vacuum and uh, just people just uh, getting loose after, because Khalid Muhammad was definitely a soldier, straight
Hmm.
soldier. And,
Hmm.
so some people felt like they could get loose after that. And uh, trust me, that wasn't the move to make. If anything, we need to tighten up even more. And
Hmm.
some people just got loose and lost their morals and just started doing stuff outside the manual and just going to the left.
That's
Uh,
wild, bro.
yeah,
That's wild. So okay, after that happened, you said that you rolled did some maneuvers with Khaled, like security detail for him and all that. Made sure all eyes was on him at all times, stuff like that.
but more than likely, we was doing maneuvers and stuff like that. I went on maneuver in Philadelphia, Washington D.C. I can remember going to Washington D.C. Protesting against George W. Bush. I think
Mm-hmm.
the first George W. Bush and Khalid Muhammad had us, and we had on basically more riot gear than the police did.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and
Okay.
those type of events, uh, you know, going back after that, going out to dinner with Khalid and stuff like that. One of his favorite spots was Sylvia's in Harlem.
In Harlem, yeah, I know
Yeah,
that was his spot. Yeah, most definitely. Because I remember as a child, I attended the Million Youth March he had
yeah,
in Harlem. That was a that was something to remember. Very electrifying. And then when he hit the stage and how he had the people in a frenzy, man. And I see the threat that he represented, and I even know that there were multiple attempts made on Khalid's life. I believe there was one point he was shot at one point. I believe.
yeah, definitely out in California by
Yeah,
some guy named James Best.
yeah,
Yeah, he was shot
yeah.
in the leg out there in California.
That's crazy, man. So, do you still keep in contact with his family or like his son Farrah Gray, I believe?
No, I'm not. I'm not in direct contact. He is on my Facebook page. Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, if that means anything, but we don't
No,
necessarily talk like that. He's on some relationship type stuff.
I got you. I got you. So you mentioned that you was part of we jumping back and forth that you was part of the Nation of Islam, right? Were you
Yes,
ever part of the Fruit of Islam, or you was just
yes,
the
yeah.
Nation?
Yeah, FOI. At one long time ago, I received my ex and was in the FOI.
That's what's up.
Uh,
So that,
as a matter of fact, I mentioned I was Rastafarian before that. I
yeah, you did.
listened. I had long locks, and I listened to Minister Farrakhan. And I
Uh,
had to cut them off to join the FOI, and I
oh
kind of
man,
sort of regretted cutting my locks after
cut,
the.
cut, cutting your locks off, man. Because I know, like as you said earlier, so most Rastafarians they are into like Marcus Garvey and all that. They always talking about Ali Selassie, and they always give honors to Marcus Garvey. So it's kind of like kind of
No
see
question.
traces, huh?
I said, no question. I'm still a Garvey, right?
Gary. So that militancy was still there.
Yeah, no question.
So you kind of so it was ingrained in you from young to lead the direction you are. I don't know. I'm not trying to take away, no shade, but did they have any kind of militancy when you were part of the Ansar community?
Yes. We had something called the Swords of Islam, the SOI,
Mm-hmm.
which a lot of people don't know about. And the Swords of Islam was like the military unit for the Ansar Allah community.
Okay. Okay. How was that? Was that require a lot of training in that too, or was it just but you just carry swords all day?
Yeah, it was training.
No training.
There was training involved, no question.
So what made you leave the Nation of Islam to go into the Nation of Gods and Earth?
Well, I just kept studying. They say knowledge is infinite, right? So I just kept growing and growing and growing. No disrespect to uh, anything that I've been in. Everything that I've been in is a part of my growth, and I had to learn that. I learned that when I became Nawabian, and which is more universal uh, than anything. So, uh, no disrespect to nobody in the Nation of Islam, Rastafarians. We all black. We all a part of the same fight, and you know, if you can join the new Black Panther Party, we just want the militant one. We don't want everybody. We just
Hmm.
want the militants out of everybody.
I got you. That's so you Rastafarian, Nation of Islam, Nation of Gods and Earth, and then I believe you also jump into Moorish Science Temple.
Yes.
Okay. And how was your stint there? How was your time there?
Well, I didn't parlay too long there, just enough to learn a lot about Noble Jew Ali, uh,
Hmm.
whom I love and respect. Uh, uh, like I said, I studied from, all of them, Garvey, Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Noble Jew Ali. Uh, I, you know, I studied from all of them. Dr. York, uh,
Yeah.
Khalid. I learned from, some of the best and try to just, fight for the right thing. And,
I understand.
you know, laugh out.
Information. It's just constant, positive education leads to elevation. So you're just constantly learning, picking up information, bits and pieces there to apply to your own journey, basically. I respect that. All right. So when you mentioned that I do community work and everything else, do you only do work here in Virginia or you go global, like you do globally to like do recruitment and community work?
Well, I'm a local chairman for Norfolk, Virginia. But I'm
Hmm.
also a regional chairman for the Mid Atlantic region of the NBPP, uh, which consists of 5 states: Pennsylvania, Maryland, D.C., Virginia, and North Carolina. That's my regional position. Uh, but I do be going out a little bit to the northeast and sometimes down in Georgia. My page is NBPP, Norfolk VA chapter. Uh,
Mm.
I recruit a lot of people from the page as well. I link them up with their regional commanders and national, and it expands a little bit further than uh, my regional duties. We do get people from on the international level as well.
That's dope. That's dope. So listening to this is very powerful. So how do I know you probably can't answer get too in depth with this question, but how do you guys view today's political climate? How do the Panthers, you know, from your perspective, how do you see it playing out today for our people from your perspective?
I can't speak for every Panther, but I do have a lot of political views as far as what's going on. As
Mm-hmm.
far as I do know from studying that we are in the. I don't want to sound like a doomsday preacher or nothing like that,
Yeah, I speak your mind. Don't
but
worry
we
about
are
that.
yeah, we are in the end times. It's the end for somebody, but it's also somebody's end is a beginning for somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So we are in the end time of this oppressive system. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
uh, we should be doing a lot more to come together as a people. But I see a lot of our people think that it's a joke and they're wasting time and we're running out of time. Uh,
Exactly.
so it's never either come to the conclusion that it's never been the masses that has risen up. It's always been a few that has, on a revolutionary standpoint, it's always been a few that have led uh, the charge.
Mm. I see that. It's only a few. Many would call a few are chosen to embark on this journey to represent for the people and to want to defend the people. And as we have learned through historical events, what happened to former Panthers in the past, like your Fred Hamptons, Mark Clark, Huey P's, and many others who were taken out, by COINTELPRO or the powers that be. Um, I know there's training involved. We're not going to talk about that on here, especially, but with knowing the law, because the law is constantly changed when it comes to like bearing arms and stuff like that. Do you guys stay up to date on what's taking place as far as bearing arms?
Yes, definitely. We stay up to date on those laws. Uh, we study the gun laws in various states as well, not just our state, but in various states as well. And we need to be aware of that on a national and international level as well. Definitely on a national level, dealing with this up and coming martial law that was already signed by Trump and it's supposed to come into effect sometime in July.
I keep hearing about that. With this martial law, I know it probably puts everybody on edge at the moment. Everybody's on guard, waiting because there's a lot of uncertainty with what's going on with this country internationally, saying that we're on the brink of war whatsoever. Do you? I know Panthers speak about this, Nation of Islam, and many other groups spoke about this, saying that it could be an internal war within the confines of this country, a racial war.
Yeah,
How do
it's definitely going to be a internal war. What people fail to realize that America will fall from the outside and inside. The outside will most likely be a cover for what's going on the inside. So
Mm.
definitely civil war, racial war, state of anarchy, or whatever you want to call it, purge, whatever you want to call it,
The purge, yeah.
is definitely on the way. It's closer now than ever.
All right. I don't know, man. Yo, you be making music, you rap, man. Kinda like
No, I'm not a rapper. not, not a
yeah.
not a rapper at all.
Oh,
Uh,
I thought like, I'm like sound like you a rapper, man. You got that laid back like Prodigy or something from Mobb Deep. Just like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. It goes
that's my
down. But let's
that's
put
my
up.
Coolio going on.
Let's see, Coolio, I got you. I hear that, but yo, it's so real, man. Because it's an honor to interview you, man. Because I heard like the Panthers were still in effect, and met a few. I met a few recently at a Dead Prez show. I met a brother named Brother Shep from New York. I don't know if you know of him. Shout out to Brother Shep. And he was speaking about this another Panther that's doing life in prison that they somehow put some falsify some charges on him.
Yeah,
And
did he say his,
huh?
did he say his name? Because we got a lot of political prisoners.
Yeah, that's one that blood. I forgot his name, man. Oh man, it's up in New York. I forgot, man. Something happened, but he's a political prisoner in there. Like they tried to work a deal with him. Not saying he was snitching or nothing like that, but then they just somehow pulled the rug from under him. So now he's doing life. I got the name will come back to me. So it's like to hear something like that, like so many other like political prisoners from the movement that are currently locked up from the '60s to this day is kind of crazy. Like, how do you guys like bring awareness and how do you combat that, man, within the
Yeah.
system?
Uh, well, we support the protests to free these political prisoners and stuff like that as well. Um, we have prison ministries and stuff like that going on as well. Uh, some some Panthers have contact uh, with certain political prisoners and stuff like that. So uh, we put the political education out there as well on the political prisoners. Their names, their cases. Jamil Alamin, Mumia Abu-Jamal.
Yeah, yeah.
Even within the new Black Panther Party, we got brother Hannibal Rashidin, which was he was him and Dr. Khalid were tight, and he's in prison in New York. So
Mm,
we got political prisoners within the new Black Panther Party as well.
damn, that's what. Or some bogus charges pinned on them, or just I don't know. So I have a question for you, right? This
Yes.
may be a little off the left. Do the new Black Panthers deal with the NFAC individuals?
Uh, my I can't speak for everybody, but in fact, we're definitely in the new Black Panther Party, definitely a part of the coalition.
Oh, okay.
My chapter, we definitely try to make the link with INFAC and other Black organizations because I came under Dr. Khalid Muhammad. He always talk about that Black United Front, uh, and you got to work with other Black organizations,
Most
other Black
definitely.
organizations that are willing to work with you. Uh,
Exactly.
you know,
I learned about NFAC during the time when the whole George Floyd riots were taking place. That summer of that's 5 years ago, and we remember seeing them on television. The NFAC individuals, and they were out there, making their presence known, marching, arm in hand and everything else. And people was like, "Oh shoot, this is a resurgence of the Black Panthers," but they just call it NFAC. So I was always wanting to inquire about that to see whether or not Panthers and in fact made one, which to me would be a dope thing, you know. Um,
Yeah, there are a lot of Panthers, in fact, when break it down, they're not effing around
yeah,
coalition. So when you
yeah,
say coalition,
yeah,
there are a number of different groups there that make up,
cohesive.
in fact. I had the pleasure of meeting Grandmaster Jay uh, at Hashim and Zinga's funeral down in Georgia. Uh,
Mm,
so I had the pleasure of being on stage with him as well.
mm. We had a Panther like in the beginning of this platform. We had a Panther on here, King Samir.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Brother Kingston.
King Samir, that brother, man, intense. I met him in person because that's where my brother Ron and I linked up at a Black Panther rally. They had like a hands off Asada Shakur back in 2012.
Yeah, he used to be the local chairman for
Yeah,
Philadelphia.
yeah. So
Uh,
I met him out there in New York. I mean, in New York is where I'm from, and I met him. Um, I met him and Malik. It was Malik Zul Shabazz, and I was just like, yo, they were like, you know, Samir was on like no joke, man. His militancy, and I met a few other brothers in there because there was a sister there I knew. I keep forget her name. Like she basically grew up in my neighborhood. Her husband passed away in the hospital.
wasn't Sister Keisha, was it?
Think so. From short, dark
From
skin sister, Brooklyn.
Oh, I thought she was from Jersey.
No, from Brooklyn, and you know, and like you know, rest in peace to the elder. Like he passed away, and she was like at the Sada Shakur rally. She was saying a whole bunch of things, and I'm like, I know this sister. Like she's from my neighborhood, so we was kicking it, and I was just there. And I remember I seen King Samir. Like he made a whole perimeter around Malik Zulu, and they were speaking about Asada, like the whole hands off thing for Asada. And you know, I haven't heard anything else about that case. Is she still public enemy number one according to the FBI?
Well, I don't want to.
All right, let's leave that. Yeah, let's leave Auntie alone. All right, my bad.
I don't want to say anything. All I know is the one thing I would like to say about that,
Mm.
maybe I shouldn't throw his name out
Let-
there.
let- who?
Al Sharpton.
Mm.
uh,
Al,
definitely
a
try to,
rat.
yeah, definitely try to set the sister up and give
I
her
you can say, yeah, the
give
man
her,
with the perm. Yeah,
yeah, the man with the big head and the little body.
yeah. Basically, like you know, you gotta remember, a lot of these people, like I said, not all skin folk are kinfolk, but yo, you know, hands off, Auntie. She did what she had. You know, allegedly, she did what she had to do, but you know, maybe it was that guy's day. And let's just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? But that's what's up, man. So is Malik Zulu Shabazz still a member of the new Black Panther Party or chairman?
No, he's he stepped down, and then
What?
yeah, he stepped down, and then we had our last chairman after him was Babu Omawali, and then Babu Omawali stepped down uh, November the 1st of last year, and we've been running by the National Central Committee ever since. We didn't have a national chairman until uh, what day was that? Malcolm X's birthday this
May
year.
19th.
Yeah, May 19th. We just, and I don't think nobody knows, but we have our national chairman for the new Black Panther Party is Brother Daryl Hawkins.
That's what's up, man. I gotta come to one of your rallies one day, man. Come, you know, come chill, come build, man. Get some information, man. Because I was always fascinated with the Panthers, what they represented. You know what I'm saying? Like the defiance of them, the stepping, you know, basically giving, sticking into the powers that be, letting them know that we won't take this laying down. You're gonna hear our voices. We're gonna enforce change. We're gonna, create ripples to let you know that if we unify, we could shift things.
No, no, definitely. I mean, definitely. I hope to meet you when I come to Jersey, because I'll be recruiting in Jersey as well. Uh, New York. Uh, I'm gonna, I'll be going around recruiting within my region and a little bit above my region,
All right,
outside of my region,
that's what's up, bro.
setting up recruitment meetings and building up the new Black Panther Party.
So, do you guys also are you in contact with the young lords? Are they still in practice also? Are they still in effect?
The Young Lords, that was under the original Black Panther Party. When I say original Black Panther Party, I'm talking about original 1966.
Mm.
Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seals, and now I haven't heard much about the Young Lords and stuff like that. But being in the new Black Panther Party,
Hmm.
uh, we don't really have alliances with like a bunch of outside groups, other than the
Yeah,
focus is more on our people
I
uh,
respect that.
and dealing with other groups. Not to say that we can't deal with them, but the focus is,
Yeah,
until we get our house in order, it's senseless to go
I,
outside.
I respect that many much, and definitely I understand where you're coming from. So that's deep right there. Um, yeah, there's so many questions I want to ask. I'm trying to like, what books would you recommend for somebody who's trying to learn about the new Black Panther Party? Like, where would you guide our listeners and our viewers to go?
Uh, Definitely read the book of Khalid Muhammad, uh, which was written by Malik Zulu Shabazz.
Hmm.
Uh, there are other books as well, Asada by Asada Shakur.
Hmm.
Uh, some of our videos that we watch Told to Study is, Drop Squad, The Iceman Inheritance, some of
Great
the
book
books,
right there.
some of the
Okay.
books.
Yeah.
Basically, you should be studying the manual, and within the manual, we have a list of books to study within the new Black Panther Party as well. So definitely, everybody should be, as a Panther, you should be doing your research. You should be doing your research to how your organization started, not only how the new Black Panther Party started, but as well as how the original Panther Party started as well. And a
Hmm.
lot of Panthers that's in the new Black Panther Party don't even know the history of the new Black Panther Party. So
Yeah.
we started in 1989 in Dallas, Texas, and
Hmm.
they don't. It was a cross between some of the original Black Panther Party members from 1966 and the Black Muslim movement, and that became the new Black Panther Party for self-defense in
Mm.
1989 in Dallas.
Mm. All right, got you, brother. Where can the people reach you at? If you don't mind dropping your social media handle on here.
Yeah, well, you can reach me MBPP VA chapter on Facebook. It's about to be full, so
Hmm.
everybody who can't get on will just have to follow after that. About to reach that 5,000 mark.
Definitely, definitely, and we definitely, huh?
I'm also constantly deleting people who come up there and lie, say they come into class, coming to join and don't join. Yeah,
Yeah,
I delete you fast if you lie to me.
definitely. I hear that. I hear that. The brother's serious, so people, if you go on there, you learn more. Be honest with your word. So I appreciate you, my brother, for coming on there, man. You know what I'm saying?
No problem.
No doubt. I appreciate you, and we'd like to have you come back on this platform to discuss more. You know what I'm saying? Things that we can discuss. But yo, salute to you and the brothers of the NBPP. And you know what I'm saying? Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, my people. We had Ross, Jelani, Adagum, Simba of the new Black Panther Party VA chapter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This brother, go ahead, check them out. They out there doing the work, man. NYP, appreciate you, my brother. And we out.
Black Power.
Black Power.